Hello, folks. Today we'll talk about filter method of arrays. To start, first and foremost, as usual, let's examine what different sources say about filter method. In the book ES6 Tutorials Point, they say, filter method creates a new array with all elements that pass the test implemented by the provided function. In addition, David Flanagan in the book JavaScript, the Definitive Guide, says, the filter method returns an array containing a subset of the elements of the array on which it is invoked. The function you pass to it should be predicate, a function that returns true or false. Note that filter skips missing elements in sparse arrays and that its return value is always dense. I think it was enough of theory, wasn't it? Now let's do some practical work. To do this, let's create an array. Populate it with some values. Store it in a constant and name it values. Now let's call values array. And pick filter method. As you can see, filter method expects a function as its first argument. This function can have 3 arguments, value, index, and the array itself. But here, since we want to start iterating from the very beginning of the array, we only need to pick the value, or I prefer to say item. But if you want to start from a specific index, you can also pick the second argument. That defines the starting index. So here we want this function to return those values or items of the array that are not equal to 3. We are done here. Now this method returns a new array, so we need to store it in a new constant. And call it result. Now let's log this result constant in the console to see the end result. Console.log of result. Let's save the document and refresh the browser. Beautiful! As you can see, we have all the values that are not equal to 3. Now let's test the other way around, so we only want the value or item that is equal to 3. Again, let's call values array and pick filter method. Now we are only picking item. And item equals to 3. Now let's store it in a new constant and name it result2. Again, let's log it in the console to see what we have done this time. Amazing. You see, now we only have the value 3. Once again, we have reached the end of another journey. If you explored it brilliantly, hit the subscribe button and give us brilliant thumb. See you next time.